Hey guys, I am bringing you an empties video today. I can't honestly remember the last time that I did an empties video, so I have a lot of stuff here. The things that I have to share with you, I think some of them have been mentioned before in terms of products maybe that I didn't like. So I have some of those products in here, things. There's a fly in front of my face. Anyway, I have some of those things here, some products that I just stopped using because I hated them, or products that have expired. So there are some products here that aren't empty, they're not gone, but they are past their prime as well. So I'm going to share with you everything that I have in this giant container full of stuff, which are my empties. All right, you guys, I'm going to start first of all with a product that I absolutely love, and this is a hairspray. This is by Paul Mitchell. It is their Super Clean Extra, and it's the Firm Style. It is so good. This hairspray is amazing. I haven't repurchased it yet, and I'm genuinely looking forward to being able to repurchase this. I have another one that I've had for a long time that I really just want to use up that I'm using in the meantime, but I can't wait to purchase this again because it holds style really well. It's very reliable in terms of holding the curl or whatever style you put in your hair, but it's also extremely lightweight. It doesn't weigh my hair down. It smells really nice. It's just really good. I love how lightweight it feels and how well it holds, as well as gives body. Sometimes I just spray it at the roots to give my hair some more lift, and it's amazing in that regard as well. So I love this. I have a couple of other random products in this little Ipsy bag. I've collected some nail polishes that are really old, and so I'm just ditching them out of my collection. Mostly that's the case in here. So I have several Orly polishes that are some of the first sort of high-end polishes I ever purchased that they're just separating quite a bit. So I have the shade Artificial Sweetener, which is kind of a pearlized mauve shade. I have the shade La Vida Loca. I have the shade Rock on Red. This is a gorgeous color. And then I have a couple of little minis as well. I have the shade Oh Cabana Boy, which is a really pretty like pearlized hot pink. And then this one is stunning. It's like a rose gold shade in the shade Rage. Really metallic looking. So those are just old, and I have other things in my collection that are relatively similar, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them. They're not like unusable, so I'm going to be donating those. And then a few other colors that I just don't find myself wearing. This one, because unfortunately, to my great disappointment, it chips a bunch. This is by H&M, and I am obsessed with this like tomato red color. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, but I can't get it to be long wearing, and for me that's really frustrating. So this is the shade You Say Tomato. Huh, clever. So that one is gonna go, and then I have one by J-Cat. This is actually a really nice polish. The brush could be a little more refined, but I like that it's one of those really wide brushes. But I'm getting rid of this one. This is in the shade Plum because I have some duplicates of it in other brands that I like a little bit better. But this is a pretty new polish actually. Just gonna pass it on. And then this clear coat made by Lauren B. Beauty. This is a really nice cruelty-free brand, and I have some of their color polishes that I really love. It's just a nice formula, opaque colors, interesting colors, but I find the top, well, maybe this is just supposed to be a clear polish, which is not something I do very often, but as a top coat, it just doesn't work for me either. So I'm finding that, you know, I want a top coat that's fast drying, that's extra hardening, that really extends the wear. This is very slow to dry. It doesn't seem to extend the wear. It's nice and glossy, but other than that, it's not a favorite. All right, you guys, I think I have mentioned these before as favorites, but they're just so old now that I feel like I need to get rid of them, even though they're not gone. They are the Pixi Shea Butter Lip Balms. I have this shade and this shade. They're pretty true to the shade of the cap. I don't even know if they say the name. Ripe Raspberry for this bright one, and Honey Nectar. They don't smell funny or act funny, but I know how old they are. This one is, there's not a ton left in that. This one, I think there is a decent amount. Yeah, there's quite a bit left in this, and I really like the color. It might even be something I repurchase down the line, but as a cream product that I apply directly to my lip often, and having had them for several years, it's time for them to go. I believe that I mentioned these on a declutter, but I can't remember, and they've been in my like get rid of bin for a long time. I have the Too Faced Melted Liquefied Lipstick in Melted Fig, gorgeous shade, and the Melted Metal in Melted Metallic Debutante. So both of these have been previous favorites if you've watched my channel. They are really nice, but I am going away from Too Faced products. I'm not going to be purchasing any new ones, and I'm kind of phasing out some of the Too Faced that I already have. I have other things in my collection that work in place of these shades. I have a nice liquid lipstick by Milani that is awesome and really similar to this one. So the one from Milani is this product right here. It is the shade Fling, number 26 Fling, and it's beautiful. And then another kind of similar color that I have is from ColourPop, and it is in the shade Molly. So I'm okay with getting rid of this one. I may even pass it on to a friend because it's not that old, and it's very lightly used and still a good product, but just I'm not finding use for it in my collection, and I'm going away from the Too Faced brand. Okay, another lip product that I am getting rid of is this one by Jing Ai. It is their Velvet Shine Lip Jewel, and I got this in a BoxyCharm, I believe, like a year ago, and I've used it a handful of times. It's a really pretty red, so this might go on to a friend as well. It's a nice moisturizing, balmy kind of formula and a pretty red shade. But I just don't ever reach for it, and I have enough reds in my collection that I think that's why I'm not reaching for it. I don't prefer the formula over others. It's not bad. I just don't prefer it. So even though it's not empty or expired, it's kind of redundant in my collection. So I'm going to be passing that on and getting rid of it. All right, expired. This Ofra Lippy is gorgeous. It is the shade Malibu, and it's a beautiful, like, deep fuchsia. It's so pretty, but it's to the point where it's kind of separating a bit and even has a bit of a smell that I don't love. So it's time for it to go. It's my only Ofra lip color, so I might purchase more down the road because I do like the formula, but this one is done. Okay, what else do I have? Oh, I have another one of those Pixie lip balms. This one is completely empty. I was like digging out product from the little bullet, and I also cracked the packaging. I used it so much. This was just their clear one, and I repurchased this since, and it lives in my purse because it's one of my favorite moisturizing lip balms. Okay, looking through everything, I think this is the last lip product. You've heard me rave about this product on my channel before. It is the lip oil by Milani. Now, all of the writing on the packaging has rubbed off completely, so I don't know exactly what it's called, but I had the peach flavored or scented one, and I really loved how nourishing the oil consistency felt on my lips. I liked the peach scent. I just really enjoyed it. There's no color payoff from these, but I would definitely repurchase, and I've thought about it, so probably the next time I'm in Walgreens or wherever I find Milani, I'll get another, but I really did like this. If you want something that's just glossy and nourishing, you could definitely check out these. All right, that is the end of the lips. All right, let me show you a couple of random beauty things. In my Petite Voir subscription service a few months back, I got the Little Barn Apothecary Geranium and White Tea facial spray. Didn't really know what this was when I first unboxed it. I was like, okay, this just smells nice. I thought maybe it was like a body spray or something, but it's called a beauty mist, and you can spray it on your face, and it's essentially a fragranced water, but fragranced with like healthy, good for your skin stuff. I loved this. I thought this was a great product, and I actually went to try to find this at the Little Barn Apothecary website, and I couldn't find it. So I don't know if it's seasonal, like it rotated in and out, or if it'll ever come back, but I actually really did like this. Now, I make my own homemade setting spray. I have videos on this as well. So if you're curious what I use, I do a homemade mixture. And, you know, I'm not going to be replacing this because I can't find it, but I did really like it. And then I have one perfume that I finished up. I bought a trio from Atelier, I don't know how to say that, cologne, in Mandarin. And this one is, it was really pretty. A really clean mandarin scent. So sometimes, you know, a citrusy scent is paired with like vanillas and stuff. This one was much cleaner in fragrance and just very refreshing. So I enjoyed that a lot. I poured it into one of those little on-the-go spritzers and used it up. Okay, I have a couple of skincare products next. All of these are, no, two of them are expired, old, need to get rid of them even though I haven't used them up. And one of them I ended up hating. So the first two that are old as all get out are the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer. I didn't use this up. It was in like a travel bag for a long time, or like my at work bag for touch-ups, and you know what, it feels like it's pretty much gone, but I never loved this product. I couldn't use it in my under eye area because it just didn't mesh well with that skin. I don't know, it didn't look great. You could kind of see some texture, and the color match wasn't great. So for some reason, the fairest one, this is called Fair, it didn't work well under my eyes. It had kind of a grayish tint to it. I could put it on spots, so it was okay for that, and I kept it around for a while, but it's time for it to go. It's way past its prime. And then this one as well is by Urban Decay. This is nearly gone. Yeah, it's really close to finished up, and it's starting to feel a little dry in the tube. So when I'm applying it to my under eye area, I'm seeing texture that I didn't notice when the product was still new. So I think it's past its prime now. But also, I'm getting rid of most of my Urban Decay stuff. I'm kind of moving on from that brand now that since they are owned by a parent company that doesn't have the same no testing on animals philosophy, then I'm just, you know, as I use these up, I'm not going to be repurchasing. It was a great product, but I will not repurchase. All right, and then the last one, this was just a fail, a total dud that I've mentioned before on my channel. I had a hard time with this one. This is the Concealer Twins by Physicians Formula, and it has the yellow corrector and then the fair concealer. And it was, or light concealer, it was a really tricky product. I felt like sometimes when I would use it, it would give me the coverage and consistency of the Urban Decay. Like it seemed really similar. And then other times it just looked really textury and dry and awful on my under eyes. And more consistently than not, it looked awful. So for a while I was like, yes, this could be really good. And then no, I just can't make it work. The yellow doesn't work for me. The light color doesn't work. And mainly the texture or the formula really doesn't work. I don't want to see the concealer on my under eyes, you know? I want the illusion of perfectly bright under eyes. All right, you guys, I have two eyeshadow products. One is by ColourPop, and it is the shade Get Lucky, which is a gorgeous gold shade, but it has gone. Like, I don't know what happened, but it started like changing color. It's really hard. Ew, I don't know. It's probably one of the earlier ones I've purchased, so it's definitely over a year old, and understandable that it's no longer in good condition, but I'm getting rid of that even though I love the shade. The formula is done. And then I purchased this really not that long ago, so I'm kind of disappointed that it's in this empties or duds video, but this is the Annabelle Twist Up Retractable Eyeshadow Crayon in the shade Plum, and it's this like icy plum shade. The problem is it's really dry, like really dry. It's taking like a decent amount of pressure to get any of this product off on my skin. And while that's a really pretty metallic purple, I don't want to do that to my eyes. And not only that, but it also is it's so dry, it has come free of its packaging and it falls out of the container. So it's unfortunately a dud for me. I don't know if that's true of all of this type of product. These Annabelle Twist Ups, I don't know, but this one, unfortunately, I wore it once or twice, had it fall out onto my lap, get on my clothes, you know, struggling to blend it across the eye. It just was not worth it. All right, I have an eyebrow pencil. I have used up another one of these Essence brow pencils in the shade Blonde. It is absolutely tiny and basically unsharpenable at this point. Really like these. It's just such a good basic brow pencil if you like to fill in your brows with a pencil product. These are great. They're not too waxy. They're nice and dry in a good way so that you can get a really sharp line and make it look like natural brows, not like waxy dark brows. Does that make sense? I really like these. And then I have some liners. This one by The Balm was a great shade, but it has dried up. This is the shade Jack, and it's sort of a like a metallic. Honestly, it like hurts to put this on my skin. Just kind of a metallic, and the whole thing just fell out. Okay, metallic sort of bronzy shade. I have another bronzy shade. This is by NYX, and this one is in the shade Gold, actually. And I'm just getting rid of this one. I've had it for a really long time, so you know, something that goes in your eye area repeatedly that I don't know, can build up germs and stuff, you kind of want to get rid of, even though it's not gone and it's a decent formula. I just don't feel comfortable continuing to use it after this much time. And I will not be repurchasing because NYX is owned by L'Oreal, and so they're no longer part of a cruelty-free franchise. All right, the e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner. This one is used up. I love these big chubby stick, really fine point intense ink eyeliners. They give a nice black line. This one's nearly gone, so it doesn't look as black as it does when it's fresh. But this one I loved and have repurchased. I think I've repurchased it. If I haven't, I will. Okay, you guys, last but not least, I have two mascaras. You saw me compare these in a video before. These are both by Essence. They are the Lash Princess mascaras, one in False Lash Effect and one in the Volume formula. I ended up loving the Volume formula even more than the False Lash Effect, even though this is the one that gets the most hype on YouTube. I loved this one because of the separation, curl, and volume that it gave my lashes. I think it's a really good formula. I still to this day prefer my Milani Lash Trifecta mascara. It's my favorite, so I likely won't repurchase this, but I definitely would consider repurchasing this. If I'm somewhere where I can't find Milani and I just need a mascara, I'm going to go ahead and spend the $5 or whatever it is. It's very affordable from Essence, and get a really good mascara in this Lash Princess Volume edition. So you guys, that's it. We've gone through all of my empties. Thanks so much for hanging in there through all of these many products. I hope you enjoyed seeing what's all used up, what's expired, and what's just kind of become redundant in my collection and I will no longer be purchasing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day. I will catch you next time. Bye.